Hey, it's Christine. Okay, this is day 3 of making sourdough bread. So this is the starter that I started on Monday afternoon. I started it with whole wheat flour. If you look at the other post, it'll give you all the instructions. This is the starter that was in my fridge while we were gone. And this one, I brought it out of the fridge on Monday and fed it yesterday. So you can see where the elastic is. That's where it was yesterday. And you can see that it's pretty much almost doubled since yesterday, and that's a good thing. So when you're up close, you can see that it's got bubbles, so that's a really good sign. So what we do now is you have to discard half of each of the starters and then feed them. So I'll start with this one. So it doesn't look very, kind of looks gross. This was started with whole wheat flour and water, and it's got a little liquid on top. So I'm just gonna scoop out half of it, approximately half, and just put it into the compost. And then I'm gonna grab a different spoon to the other one. Actually, it probably doesn't matter. So I'm gonna do the same thing with this. You can see it's all bubbly. That's a really good sign. It's alive. So I just kind of give it a stir, and I'm gonna dump out approximately half. And I'm just eyeing it. Okay, so now we have to feed them. So if you have a scale, it's really the best thing. So now I'm feeding it with about 60 grams of lukewarm water. And then I stir it with a fork. Stir the water into the existing starter before you add the flour. It just makes it easier. Just stir it until most of the lumps are gone. You don't have to be too precise. Starters are pretty forgiving. Okay, and then back on the scale. Tar it out. And then I'm gonna add 60 grams. I'm gonna get a dry spoon for that. So 60 grams of all-purpose flour. Okay. And then just stir it. And it's still gonna be pretty rough looking, rough and shaggy kind of. But now I'm just gonna put a lid on that and put it back in the cupboard. Okay, that's the starter that I started from scratch a couple of days ago. This is my starter that I brought back to life. It was in my fridge while we were gone. So I'm also going to feed it 60 grams of water, lukewarm water. Cooler water takes longer for it to come to life. Okay, it's 63, but it's close enough. Don't have to worry too much about it. Incorporate the water. And then, actually I can leave that in there. And now, tar your scale back out. 60 grams of all-purpose flour. And mix it in. And it doesn't have to be totally mixed, like, you know, pancake batter, you can have a few lumps, okay. So that's what that looks like. That's the one that my starter that I brought back to life. This is the starter that I just started. So if you're starting from scratch, this is what it's gonna look like. If you already have a live starter, that's what it's going to look like. So just put the lids on your starters, adjust the elastic to where it the height is now. So I'm gonna bring it up. And then you can kind of see how it grows. And I'll add an elastic to that one too. Okay, so that's all you do now. And I usually feed it in the morning, and I'll check it this afternoon and show you how much they've grown, okay? Let me know if you have any questions.